JavaScript developers will never make over $55,000 a year. Again, JavaScript developers will never make over $55,000 a year. Let me explain. Before a lot of you guys attack me and try to go into the comments and start writing about, man, you're wrong, I got these job postings about JavaScript developers and they make all this money, and let me put things in perspective for you guys. There's a ton of people who will apply, JavaScript developers who will apply for those jobs and have no chance of getting them because they're not qualified. They're not worth $55,000 a year, which is very low for any kind of developer position. But let's just focus on JavaScript today, guys, and I'm going to give you guys some reasons why. So first of all, guys, let's tell you a little bit of a JavaScript story. First of all, the golden era of JavaScript was a couple of years ago, maybe 5 to 10 years ago, when web development was really kind of taking off during the framework area, where we didn't have Angular and all that stuff, and people starting to realize, hey, this browser can really kind of start to build programs out of. Back in the old ASP.NET days, where you start to have the versions of the services come up, and Flash and Java and all that stuff start to really come on the scene. During that time, web development was in its early stages, and we really needed some really good JavaScript developers. Well, once those frameworks came, to really start to take the web development up a few notches. Well, fast forward 10 years from now, where we got all these different frameworks, all this good stuff that's on the front end of a website that we can really kind of tailor-made things to customize them and really put them in a position to win. But the problem is, though, we have JavaScript developers out here who still got that old mindset that you're gonna really do a lot of heavy lifting with JavaScript without necessarily considering the database, considering the back end, just really focusing on the front end design, user experience, and you might as well put on a hat to say, I am a designer, not a web developer. So guys, you need to realize that and really put yourself in a position to win. That being said, guys, I have a 7-step guide below that's really going to help you guys take things to the next level and really put you in a position to win. So this 7-step guide helps JavaScript developers really take that next step, separate you from everybody in the interview process, and help you get that first JavaScript job that's going to make 60, 70, 80, even 6 figures if you position yourself in the right way. So have a 7-step guide below, and it also give you access to our free community too, guys. So go ahead and sign up while that guide is actually free. That being said, guys, let's jump into this. Yeah, a lot of JavaScript developers can make a ton of money, guys. Software development, web development in general, it's a great space, great opportunity for anybody who's committed to actually get started. The problem is a lot of you guys coming in with this old mindset of, I'm just gonna focus on one thing only, and that's what I do well. And if you work for a big organization, a Microsoft or a big software company who have a ton of developers where you can niche down that much, great. But for the average developers in these small and mid-sized companies or freelancer, you have to think of the problem as a whole and have a solution to be able to sell to that client, to sell to your hiring manager, to sell to the end user that you can do the job. Even during the interview process, guys, if you're not communicating how you solve these problems with JavaScript, you're not gonna win, guys. Upwork is real. You can get some quality JavaScript developers to little to no money. You guys think you're gonna come in with those same level of skills and somebody gonna pay you $75,000, $80,000, 6 figures a year for something they can go to Upwork and get $10 an hour. Really solid JavaScript developers. And we haven't even got to start talking about the advanced platforms. I was working on a project the other day, and I was looking at Google Analytics as far as just a tracking capability and integrating it with the CRM and being able to put everything under one dashboard so that the client can see everything in one fell swoop. Man, that stuff had gotten advanced to the point where you can really lay down some good JavaScript code without necessarily knowing a ton about JavaScript. And that's the core issue, guys. A lot of you guys just focus on the code, and it's getting easier and easier. Machine learning, AI, all this stuff is building these platforms, these frameworks that's going to automatically put you out of work as fast as you can get your degree or a certification or coding boot camp So guys, it's so important that you guys get the right mindset when you're coming in as a JavaScript developer, so that you don't fall into that trap of, I'm just gonna write code and everything else is gonna fall in line. Yeah, that was true 10 years ago when demand for developers was through the roof and there was no supply. But the demand is still there, but the employers, the hiring managers, they have options now, guys. They can go to Upwork, they can do freelance, they can hire somebody in, so they're not gonna make the mistake of hiring a JavaScript developer who just not gonna do the job. And they definitely not gonna overpay them, because that's gonna put them in a position so that their company can be at risk. So that being said, guys, let's talk about the JavaScript mindset. Number 2, you need to really focus on trying to be more of a full stack developer. Yes, I want you to have that specialty in JavaScript or front-end web development. I want you to still have that and promote yourself. But as you guys already know, if you work for any company for an extended amount of time, if you work for any freelance gig, once you're done with those first 3 or 4 projects, that first 3 or 4 months or 6 months of any project, the projects start to wean off really fast. So you need to be able to provide more solutions, more projects, more ways you can provide them with more value very quickly, or you're going to be out of work, because they're going to eventually find out, hey, I'm paying you for nothing. Hey, I don't need you anymore. I can go, I can do this without you, or I just call you when I need you. Which, if you write code the right way, your code is sustainable, it's scalable, so they won't need you. That's why you need to think of yourself as more of a problem solver, full stack developer, because you're always going to have work, even with that one client. That's why I always recommend you guys to niche down in a certain industry with a certain technology stack, because you're going to find out pretty quickly as a company advance and grow, you write down, you lay down code, you're going to put yourself in a position to scale, have those bigger projects, and they'll be willing to pay you more money as the problems or the projects get bigger. So it's very important that you guys do this, and you're going to always have a job. This is the kind of stuff I tell you guys about, where AI, it's hard for AI to come in unstructured situations and identify problems and really put them in a position to communicate with the end user so that they can get buy-in, guys. Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure AI would be at this point, maybe not in my lifetime, but somewhere else. But AI is in a position where if it's some structured data, if you have a specific problem, structured data, tables, all that stuff, it's way better than humans. But when you're in an unstructured situation, you got to identify problems to solve, you got to interact with end users, you got multiple components involved. It's not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 step that you can repetitively do. That's where you have to stand out as a JavaScript developer. Identify these problems, really put yourself in a position to present these as a project for yourself to solve, and how it's going to help that company make more money, get their ROI, and make them look good for their bosses. So this is what you're going to have to do to really kind of take yourself from just making $40,000 as a JavaScript developer to 100, even more thousands of dollars a year, guys, just by changing the way you look at your problem solving ability. Not necessarily learning how to do more code. Yes, that's a part of it, but that's not the end goal, as you guys may think. The coding boot camps, they don't pay you, or the employer, they don't pay you to code, guys. They pay you to solve problems. That's what you got to start thinking about. I know you guys probably gonna be tired of me talking about problem solving, but this is the way you get jobs. This is the way I'm able to be the successful that I am without necessarily being one of the best as far as code writers of code, guys. So web development is the future. If you guys don't know this already, you're probably watching this video on a browser. You see platforms like Microsoft, Google, all these guys are moving some of their core production or core software packages to the web. All the new frameworks really putting us in a position that we can really leverage that web browser to do more stuff. So get ahead of the curve. Be prepared to provide these type of solutions to your clients and really put you in a position to win. So I guess you guys have a few other questions for me, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start a conversation, guys. If you agree or if you disagree with me, go ahead and let's start a conversation in the comment section below, and you guys tell me what your experience being as a JavaScript developer. Have you made over $60,000 a year as a JavaScript developer? I hope you have. If so, tell me your story. If you can't get over that $50,000 a year hump, let me know in the comment section. We want to help you guys take things to the next level. But like I was saying in an earlier video, guys, if you are struggling to get above that $50,000 mark and you need some help, I can help you with that. The first step you need to do is sign up for my 7-step guide so we can start really putting things out and laying you out a plan so that you can put yourself in a position to win. And we're going to get you to that salary point that you're going to do to get the lifestyle you want, have the fun you want, and really put yourself in a position to win. Like, subscribe to the content. If you have additional questions, comment below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.